Okay, I'm doing a record to this computer. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Nicholas Rudnitsky, and I'm the Dean of Academic Services here at Manor College. Manor College, nestled in Jenkintown, just north of Philadelphia, is one of the best kept secrets of elite academic excellence. We are a small, private associates and bachelor granting institution founded by the Sisters of St. Basil the Great, a teaching order of Ukrainian Catholic nuns from Europe and South America. Manor does many things well, but what many outside our storied halls do not realize is historically, we are most excellent in preparing students who come to us for nursing programs throughout the Commonwealth and beyond. Today, I have the distinct pleasure of introducing you to two exceptional individuals that play a pivotal role in shepherding students from all walks of life and backgrounds through the potential complex labyrinth that higher education can appear to be. Your first guide is someone who has traversed the terrain of academia from one end to another and back again many, many times, Dr. Joseph Gillespie. Although Dr. Gillespie's official title here at Manor is Vice President of Enrollment Management, don't be fooled by that. He is at his heart an educator. And by virtue of his considerable experiences, ranging from directing books and hoops academic basketball camps with Villanova and Newman, to leading elementary, middle, high, and vocational schools, to leadership positions in some of our most esteemed colleges and universities, Joe's success has always been assured because he knows that what is best for the student is best for us all. We are quite blessed to have him here as our admissions team leader. Please allow me to introduce to you the person who guides prospective students through Manor's admittance journey, Dr. Joseph Gillespie. Joe?
Thank you so much, Dean Rudnitsky. I certainly appreciate that warm introduction. I want to say that Manor College is indeed a unique and a special place, a small school with big thinkers. You will find here at Manor passionate professors and engaged students. There are more than 50 bachelor's and associate degree programs at Manor, so there's something here for everyone. You'll receive a great education now, and you'll be prepared for the career of your future. One of our premier programs at Manor is our pre-nursing program. The recent events in our world, brought on by the pandemic, have made it glaringly apparent that healthcare and well-trained, well-prepared, passionate, dedicated healthcare workers need to be a priority in our society. And Manor's program is designed exactly for that purpose. What makes Manor's program stand out above the rest is our leader, Program Director Dr. Julie Senecoff. Julie Senecoff is a renowned scientist and educator. There is no one finer to lead you to your career goal than Dr. Senecoff. Dean Rudnitsky, please introduce us to Dr. Senecoff.
Thank you very much, Joe. Before doing that, I wish to make note that becoming a healthcare professional, any healthcare professional, takes a certain calling, and becoming a nurse is simply not for everyone. My own meager experiences in admissions taught me that thinking you want to do something and actually wanting to do that thing are not the same thing. One of the differences lies in how far you are prepared to go to achieve your desired end. When I interviewed potential pre-nursing students, I impressed upon them that while helping people is a wonderfully laudable desire, nursing is a very specific expression of that desire. And if not the true calling of your heart, you will burn out. Many a student who thought they wanted to be a nurse found out quickly that they could not stand the sights and the smells of the profession. And thank goodness, because those good people found out early that it was not for them and were able to pivot their preparations at an early stage so they could still carry out their mission of helping people just in a different way. Our second speaker, as Dr. Gillespie mentioned, is a person who helps students realize their potential and shepherds them through the academic rigor that it takes to make it into nursing schools and beyond. Dr. Julie Senecoff serves Manor as our Dean of Arts and Sciences, as well as the Senior Dean of Manor College. She is a professor of chemistry and biology, the Arts and Sciences Laboratory Coordinator, the Program Director of our Pre-Sciences, Pre-Nursing, and Pre-Radiological Science Associate's degrees, and Program Director of our Health Services Health Sciences Bachelor Program. She personally oversees and conducts the advising of her division and knows exactly what is needed for you to make it into nursing school. She also knows exactly what is expected from each of you to make that journey worth taking. And we'll make sure you never feel alone on that journey. Dr. Senecoff achieved her BA in chemistry at the University of Chicago, her master's in genetic counseling from Arcadia University, and her Ph.D. in biochemistry from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. She was a research scientist at the University of Georgia for 11 years, and Manor has been lucky enough to have her as part of its family since 2005. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Julie Senecoff.
Thank you very much, Dean Rudnitsky and Dr. Gillespie, for that very warm and very flattering welcome. My goal here today is to demonstrate to you the benefits of coming to Manor to begin your nursing education. So why pre-nursing and not just nursing school? And as Dean Rudnitsky just so eloquently stated, many students start the pre-nursing program and discover that maybe a different area of healthcare would better serve them, where they don't have to deal with some of the less enjoyable aspects of being a nurse. And part of coming to Manor will allow you to explore those other opportunities, because our course sequence prepares you to go in many different directions. So I thought the easiest way to share this with you would be to prepare a short presentation. I'm going to outline for you what we do at Manor, and then the potential pathways that you can follow to complete your clinical education in nursing. So I'm going to share my screen now and share with you a presentation that I made. In this presentation, I'm including also the links to the various different programs that Manor College works with to help you transition from the pre-nursing program at Manor College to the clinical preparation at the future nursing school that you will attend. So the pre-nursing program at Manor College is an associate's degree program that prepares a student to transfer to a nursing school to complete the clinical training. So the program at Manor does not prepare you to take the board exam. It does not prepare you to work as a nurse in a clinic. We are basically the general education, science, mathematics, and other courses that you will need to move into a nursing program as a junior. So the students will complete their general education and then are prepared to transfer directly into a clinical nursing training program. And our program consists of 65 credits. It's 20 courses spread across the curriculum that covers all of the different prerequisites required for nursing schools. All nursing programs, regardless of what college, have a certain basic level of course requirements, and it's about 12, and they are listed on this slide. There is a little bit of variation. There's one program in particular that I'll talk about that's a little bit different. But for the most part, these 12 courses are common for all nursing programs. You can see that they're very general. There's general English, general mathematics, some science classes, and psychology, which is surprisingly important. Many nursing students are surprised they need 2 psychology classes. Some might need a third. In addition to this, we have other general education areas. Many nursing schools require you to take some sort of an ethics or logic course. We can provide that as well. So we balance the additional 8 classes in the curriculum with our general education requirements, and then articulating with the requirements of the future program. So we can work within the confines of any school with whom we are affiliated, and we have several affiliations that I will show you. So after nursing, people always ask, why come to Manor? Why can't I just go to a nursing school? Well, we'll get into those reasons later. But we have affiliations with many local schools. You certainly can transfer to a different school. I've had students over the years go to schools that are not on this slide, but these are our most common transfer partners, and we have agreements with these schools so that we know that our coursework will transfer over with full credit, so you don't lose any time in having started at Manor. So I'm going to talk about all of these programs one by one. I'm going to show you the link to the site at the transfer school where you can get more information. There are multiple different ways to gain your credentials as a nurse. And I'm going to break these down really into what we call a Bachelor of Science of Nursing program, or a BSN, and then what we call a diploma program, which is not a BSN, but you have to earn the BSN subsequently, and I'll explain how that works. What I'm not going to cover are associate degree of nursing programs. These are programs that are run at community colleges typically, We don't generally have students choose to transfer to a community college once they've been at Manor, because it's more advantageous to just go directly to a bachelor's program. So I wanted to start by talking about our agreements with LaSalle University. LaSalle University and Manor College have had a long historic relationship where LaSalle University actually hosts multiple dual admissions programs in many different majors. Dual admissions is a very unique kind of relationship because essentially the transfer school is guaranteeing you a spot provided that you meet all of the transfer requirements. What that means is you don't need to apply in a traditional way. There's no application fee. You basically indicate your interest and intention while you are a Manor student, and then as long as you meet the requirements that the school has set out, you're guaranteed admission into their program. We have two different dual admissions agreements with LaSalle University. One of them is 2 years at Manor and then 3 years at LaSalle. And then the second one, which I'll describe on the next slide, is 2+2. For both programs, students must maintain a 3.0 overall GPA and a 3.0 grade point average in the sciences. LaSalle is very strict about their science requirements. You're only permitted to have 1 grade of C, and if you get a low grade in a class, you are allowed 1 repeat of 1 class 1 time. So if you get 2 C's, you can repeat 1 of those for a higher grade. There are the 12 courses that were listed on the slide prior that are required. There are a few additional specific requirements for LaSalle, including a computer science class, a philosophy class, and in some cases a speech class. And as long as you graduate from Manor and complete our general education requirements, you have fulfilled the general education requirements at LaSalle. LaSalle is one of 2 schools that we work with that requires an entrance test. It's called the TEAS test. It's the test of it's essential academic skills, pardon me. And that is a test that you can prepare for. There are books, there are guides online. It's an online test. They're not looking for 100% performance. They're looking to see that you're prepared to enter the program. One of the great advantages of going to LaSalle is the scholarship money. They are very generous with Manor students. They base scholarship on grade point average. There's a transfer scholarship. There's an honor society scholarship. So it can really assist in defraying much of that tuition at LaSalle. Our new agreement, which we launched in the fall of 2020, is a specialized agreement where we now allow you to spend 2 years at Manor and then complete LaSalle in only 2 years. The requirements are the same. You must maintain a 3.0 overall and in the sciences, and the repeating rule is the same. The big difference in this program is really the rigor. This is a much more difficult program to complete. Students have a much more difficult freshman schedule. They'll be taking most of their science core courses the first year. During the sophomore year at Manor College, students will take 4 nursing classes at LaSalle. These classes are covered by your Manor tuition. You don't pay any additional fees to LaSalle except for having to buy uniforms and stethoscopes and things like that, which you would have to buy if you were a nursing student anywhere. These classes allow you to begin your nursing education while you are still a Manor student. And as far as I know, this is a unique dual admissions relationship that no other college in the area has. The scholarships and admission testing requirement is all the same. For students interested in this program, you really have to come to Manor with this in mind because your first year is very specific. You have to take a certain number of courses to be able to sit in those nursing classes. So I've included a link here. Hopefully it'll work. And should be opening. And this is the undergraduate admissions link for LaSalle University, specifically in the dual admissions page. So here is the expanded partnership with Manor College, specialized 2+2, right there front and center on their page. It's a very exciting new program that we have developed. And if you become one of those students who maybe isn't interested in pursuing nursing, you can see that LaSalle has a host of other dual admissions agreements with Manor in many different areas. So maybe you'll start and you'll think, well, I really like psychology. Maybe I'll pursue that. Or maybe I want to pursue nutrition instead of nursing. So many of those first year courses, if you're not in the specialized track, are common. So you would have overlap and you would be able to transition into potentially a different major. So let me come back to the PowerPoint. So that is our agreement with LaSalle. It is our only true dual admissions partnerships. The other agreements I'm going to talk about are what we call core to core or general articulations. And essentially that means that you will go through a normal application process, but your credits and all your coursework will transfer, and your general education requirements are met by the courses you take at Manor College. So our next partner that's also a very popular partner with Manor students is Holy Family University. Holy Family University admits students to the nursing program who graduate from Manor College that meet the requirements for the program. I don't have on here the grade point average. It's slightly lower than LaSalle's, but it's still very competitive and very high. Nursing is a tough curriculum. Holy Family has a program that they call Community Bridge. And essentially that is a program where any student who graduates from a 2-year school is able to go to Holy Family in their major, as long as they meet the requirements for that major, as a core-to-core relationship. So no additional general education would be taken at Holy Family. The nursing program at Holy Family has some additional recommended courses, including Biology 101, a philosophy class, a speech class. EN 103 is our speech class. And PS 201, that's a higher level psychology. It's abnormal psychology. These are recommended. They are not essential. You can take them there. But if you take them at Manor, you're a little further ahead. We also have a link to their transfer admissions page, which on this link here is the Community Bridge link, which explains how that program works. If you're interested in this school, they are having visit options, as are all the schools. That happens to be linked on this page. And then it links down here the course equivalencies. This is an exhaustive list. I'm not going to put it up there because it's pretty much every course at Manor and how it transfers to Holy Family, but it's a great resource if you want to be able to double check your progress along the way. Wynedd Mercy is our third Catholic college partner. This is actually something we're developing right now. It's a new agreement. Wynedd Mercy has not been a great partner for us in the past because of our course sequencing. Their course sequencing was slightly different, and they are now offering us a general articulation core to core because they've changed some things in their curriculum. Like LaSalle, there are two possibilities for Wynedd Mercy. There's a 2-year at Manor, and then a full summer semester in between for 15 credits, and then you would finish at Wynedd Mercy in 2 years. And this is the more rigorous, obviously the more rigorous pathway because you're compressing the coursework a little bit. They also have a 2-year at Manor, 3-year at Wynedd Mercy. And many of you may be thinking, well, why do I want to go for 5 years? But remember how rigorous nursing is. Many students take 5 or even 6 years to complete a nursing bachelor's degree. So this is not an uncommon pathway. Wynedd Mercy does not have an entrance test, neither does Holy Family. I think I didn't mention that before. And they also have generous scholarship opportunities for Manor graduates based on cumulative GPA. So this is a link directly to Wynedd Mercy's nursing page, but from here you can get to admissions and to transfer admissions and anything else that you might need. For most of this, you can coordinate with your academic advisor and with our transfer offerings, assistance to help you get started in how to apply and how to make that move. And the last one that we really articulate with at the BSN level is Thomas Jefferson University. Thomas Jefferson University only offers the second 2 years of nursing. You must go somewhere to earn your prerequisites. So this is a case where you have to get your prerequisites somewhere, and we are a partner listed on their website, which I'll show you in a minute. Thomas Jefferson traditionally has been considered to be one of the more difficult programs to get into. Their course requirements are 55 credits, very specific course requirements, which they list on their website. You need 10 more credits to graduate. Most students graduate because it will take you 2 years to earn 55 credits. So getting those extra 10 credits is pretty simple. Jefferson always has had very specific elective requirements. They require, in addition to the courses that I outlined earlier, both philosophy and a second class in ethics. And then they also require you to take abnormal psychology. Several years ago, Thomas Jefferson Health System merged with several other health systems, including Abington Hospital, and now they have 2 sites for nursing education. And some students really like the opportunity to be able to go not in Center City because it's just a little more convenient for parking and commuting. So Abington Hospital also has Thomas Jefferson School of Nursing on their hospital campus. Same program, same degree, just in a different location. The link to Thomas Jefferson takes us right to the traditional track for nursing. If you look at the prerequisites, you can look at this See More list, and they should be in here someplace where they tell you. Their site has gotten very complicated. Course requirement. Where did I pass it already? Guess it's not going to be here right now. Oh, let me make sure. All right, I apologize. I can't find it that quickly. It's on this website. I think it may be under construction because it used to be right on the front page. But it outlines for you exactly which 55 credits you need. Your advisor will have access to that worksheet so we can advise you directly to the program. I just want to say you don't need to know where you want to go unless you want that specialized LaSalle track, because the first year is very similar for all the nursing schools. So if you are not at all certain where you would like to transfer, don't think you have to rush and make a decision right away. You can certainly think about multiple schools. I usually encourage people to apply to more than one program because you just never know what's the most popular that year and what the competition will be like. So this is just to give you some ideas of what you can do leaving Manor, not to tell you you need to know exactly what you want when you come to Manor. This program is slightly different. So Roxborough Hospital, which is in the Roxborough section of Philadelphia, has a school of nursing, and this is what we call a diploma program. It's not a BSN degree. You will earn your BSN through one of their partners. To get to Roxborough Hospital School of Nursing, you only need 11 courses. However, if you complete a Manor Associate's degree, the additional coursework will apply to your bachelor's degree. So it is of great importance and great advantage to you to complete the Associates at Manor before going to Roxborough. They do require the entrance test, the T's, and then they have partnerships with several colleges and universities to complete the bachelor's degree. We call this an RN to BSN bridge program. And depending on how much coursework you have done prior to going to Roxborough, that will take more or less time. So as I said, the more you have done at Manor, the fewer courses you will have in the BSN bridge program. Once you complete your work at Roxborough, even if you don't have the BSN degree yet, you are eligible to sit for the nursing exam, the licensing exam. And you can work as an RN before you complete the BSN at many hospitals in the area. The big advantage to this program, to me, it's a very good program, and I've had a number of students go there, is they are by far the most affordable program. I think the costs for the 2021 school year were in the range of about $12,000 a year, which is significantly lower than the costs at the colleges and universities I discussed before. If you want to find them, you have to Google Roxborough Hospital School of Nursing. But here is their website. They are having open houses if you're interested in pursuing that. And then the student information gives you the college course reference guide. And right here, we see Manor College on the list. And these are the minimum courses you need. So I believe it's 10 classes to go to Roxborough. As I said, the more you have done before you go, the better off you will be at the end when you're seeking the bachelor's degree. There's one other local option. It's not very popular among our students, probably because of the price, is Drexel University. We have a general partnership with them. We don't have dual admissions. They're very expensive. You can, I'm not going to link to it, but you can go to their transfer admissions website to go through the application process. I've had students go here in the past. I haven't had anybody go here recently because I think there are so many other options that are more affordable and provide scholarship opportunities that Drexel doesn't. It's an excellent nursing school. I just think that for many students, the transition to Drexel is just not one they think of doing. So I come to Manor, and how do I go about going through all of this? You will be assigned an advisor who is specific to nursing. So this advisor will know all the different programs we work with. They'll know which courses are required for which program. You can always reach out to the school themselves for additional support. Everybody's very well connected in this field. For dual admissions agreements, you would work with Dean Rudnitsky, who introduced this webinar. In his role as the Dean of Academic Services, he manages the dual admissions agreements. For the traditional dual admissions agreement with LaSalle, you don't have to sign up until your sophomore, the beginning of your sophomore year. For the specialized dual agreement, you would want to get in touch with him sometime in the fall of your first semester at Manor College, because you need to transition into that program during your second year at Manor because of the nature of the program. So that's all I have for you today. I've listed here the general emails for questions. If you have questions regarding admissions, email admissions@manor.edu. Dr. Gillespie will help you with those. Any additional questions about pre-nursing or other options in the health sciences, you can email me. And then for transfer questions, you can email Dean Rudnitsky at academicservices@manor.edu. And with that, I will turn the screen back over.
Thank you, Dr. Senecoff. Although you both mentioned this, a question did come in asking about what are the advantages of coming through Manor for pre-nursing as opposed to going straight into a nursing program at another four-year school. Dr. Gillespie, can you tell folks why they should consider Manor to pursue their educational needs?
Well, there's many reasons to consider Manor. I believe that Dr. Senecoff has really articulated the quality of the program and the opportunities that are available to students. And that's one of the primary reasons to choose Manor. There are several others to consider as well. You have a path toward a career and you're interested in nursing. Nursing is going to require a good number of prerequisite courses before you begin the actual clinical training. Manor can provide you a premier opportunity to fulfill those obligations, prepare you well to take the step into nursing, and to help you through our advice and to consider, is this the career I really want to pursue? And most importantly, as we go through that discerning stage, Manor will make the investment that you're making in your education much more affordable. We'll do this at a much lower cost, enabling you to obtain an outstanding education, but to do so in a way that will provide you opportunity to discern, to work with an advisor, to experience courses that prepare you for the career, and as I say, to do so in a way that's very affordable in a community that both support you and push you to excel.
Very good. Thank you, Dr. Gillespie. There's another question of when I am accepted into a program, is there flexibility to change programs before I start or even after I start? Dr. Senecoff, can you comment on after they start and maybe work our way backwards?
Sure. So if you come to Manor and you're in your fall semester of your freshman year and you decide maybe nursing isn't what I want, maybe I want psychology or I want education, changing programs is a very simple matter for most programs. We only have a few programs, our clinical programs in dental hygiene, dental assisting, and veterinary technology have additional requirements, and you wouldn't be able to just change to those. But any other program, it's simply a matter of talking to your advisor, completing a form, talking to the program director of the program you're interested in, having them accept you, and then the change is made in Dean Rudnitsky's division in the registrar's office. As I said a little bit, many of those courses you would take your freshman year have overlap. So say you start your freshman year and you take chemistry and you take algebra and English, and then you say, gee, I really want to do healthcare administration. I don't want to be on patient care, but I want to be working in a hospital. Well, that chemistry class will fulfill a general education requirement in a business degree. So you'll have your science done. So really, the advantages are great. We are a liberal arts school at heart, which means that part of what you take is exploring other disciplines, regardless of what major you're in. And that makes moving between majors very easy, especially during that first year.
And Dr. Gillespie, do applicants have an opportunity to, if during the process they are inspired by another program, to make a pivot? Mute.
I started by saying absolutely. I think that's one of the key indicators of success in college. How many, often students change their major while they're in college. They come in with an intent to study something, and then they find parts of that not to be as interesting or as challenging or leading them toward the career they want. But they experience another course. They take a course in another subject and they say, this is something that I think I can pursue. I think that's what you do in college. I think that's one of the joys of colleges and one of the most important roles of higher education, to help you to look, to explore, to discern, to ask questions, get questions answered, and then set you on the path that will lead you to the success and the joy to contribute most successfully in society in something that you feel great doing.
It's very, very true. As Dr. Gillespie indicated, college is a unique opportunity during your lifetime to not only explore the world and professions and potential callings, but really to explore yourselves, to find out more about yourselves and how you work into this world, into this society. It is one time in your life when you really get to make that your jobs. But a question came in: if I am working, can I still handle a college course load? Dr. Senecoff?
We have many students who hold down jobs or have family responsibilities that prevent them from going full time. And because of the pandemic, we have pivoted to remote and online learning. For the next several years, our plan is to be back on campus, but to still provide that option for a student to attend remotely or even treat a courses online if necessary. You can certainly go part-time. Many students do that. It will take longer, of course, but it's okay. It's fine. You have to do what works for your circumstances in life at the time. Some students will go full-time for a semester, switch back, pick up a class in the summer to stay a little more caught up. I have many students who study part-time. Before we had this pivot to remote learning, we ran a lot of things at night because of the ability to be more in the remote. We're still offering some things at night. I'm running anatomy at night for working adults. And we will continue to do that for those hands-on experiences. But certainly for many of the general education courses, if you have a tight work schedule, we do have many online offerings.
And Dr. Gillespie, can part-time students qualify for financial aid?
Absolutely, they can. And 94% of our students do earn financial aid in addition to the scholarships that we offer at Manor.
Wonderful. We have one last question here. How competitive is it to get into nursing school? And what are my options if I don't get into the nursing program I wanted after Manor?
I think it's becoming more competitive to get into nursing school. There is a shortage of nurses projected. So I don't have a statistical number about what the odds are. I have observed that if my students have the qualifications, they get into a program. So I've had very few students turned down who are actually qualified. So that's the most important thing, is to make sure that you keep your grades high, you study hard, you learn the material. It's very important to really be prepared, because that's the most important thing they're looking for. They're looking for students who can come in, because at Manor, you'll take these general classes in addition to the science, but once you get into nursing, it's all science, nursing, pharmacology, all these tough classes in addition to the clinical hours. So they're looking for students who can succeed in that environment, and you demonstrate that through the coursework you take in that prerequisite time.
Excellent. And if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
Exactly.
Dr. Gillespie, the last question is for you. I'm sold. How do I apply?
Very easy. Our application process is free. It's online at www.manor.edu. You'll see admissions on there. It takes about 10 minutes to apply, and the admissions team works very quickly to provide you a decision.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gillespie, Dr. Senecoff. I really appreciate this. As was mentioned, my name is Nicholas Rudnitsky. I'm the Dean of Academic Services. In addition to the admissions email that was given to you, please feel free to email me in academicservices@manor.edu. For the most part, I'll forward it to admissions. In the meantime, be well, God bless, all the best, goodbye.